Hello everyone. Apparently, Facebook is all in my face again. I don't know why it does that. Let me see if I can zoom out now. It wouldn't let me zoom out after I went live, or before I went live. But apparently, oh, there we go. Oh, it worked. Yay. Okay. I apparently hit something to make it zoom in on me. Whoa. And I was like, well, they're gonna get my nostrils today. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I am live, so let me click on there so that I can see comments. If you are here, let me know you are by leaving a comment in the comments. Also, I would love it if you would give me a like or a love or a share. That would be wonderful too. That really would mean a lot to me. Tonight, we are going to play with what was technically the July product of the month. I had to think about that for a second. It was the product of the month for July, but because I had school starting back and last week we had our meet and greet with the parents and the students, I was not able to do a live, and I was trying to get club out on time. So with all of that craziness going on, we also have a lot of new people at school, so it's I have been quite overwhelmed the last couple weeks. But in saying that, we are going to make it up and do it tonight because it is still available over on my Stampin' Up website. So you can still add this to your order when you purchase $75 or more, before tax, before shipping, after rewards are put in. You can still get this. And then starting today, you can get the August product of the month. So with one order, you can pick which one you want. The paper is beautiful. It's pumpkins and it's fall, so you know I love it. I was really excited about that. So, okay, let's dive in really quick with my Simply Create class. So I'm gonna try to put this down onto the table. We're gonna see if I can, and sorry for the shaking and all of that. I think my holder is needing some WD-40. I think that's what it needs. Okay, ta-da, there we go. Hello, Deb, hello. And let me just make sure I'm straight, because you know that will irritate me if I don't. Oh, you got to see my ceiling. All right, and then I'm gonna move it closer down. So I probably shouldn't have flipped it yet, but that's okay. Just so that we can be nice and close to our projects. I figured out that Facebook doesn't like it when I try to zoom in. So I just moved my stand down. There we go, yay. Without any actual craziness with that. So, all right, so let's talk about the Simply Create class. There are 4 cards for it for the month of August. This is August. So you'll make there's these 2 and there's this one. Thank you, Deb. I think I have finally gotten the hang of it this year. I definitely have been tired, but it has been a good back to school so far. So you'll have these 4 projects that you'll make. These are all cards. And then you'll have this cute little box that you can make too. I love this little box. I did this box a long time ago with a training that I did. I did not put it on. Another demonstrator did. And I follow, it's a group of ladies. They all get together and then they train us. And anyway, this was one of the box from our make and takes that we did that year. And I have always just been in love with it. So I had to create it again. And this one, it holds one of those little coffee cups. And then you can put candy, gift card, whatever you want into it. So hello, Sharon. you actually have not missed a thing other than the fact that I was talking about Simply Create. That is it. So what comes with Simply Create? You get a bolt of beautiful white ribbon that comes out in September, actually. So these will ship out probably the 2nd, whatever day I can actually start ordering all these. I'll start sending them out because I'll just have to get that ribbon in. But it was the best ribbon to go with it. You'll also get a full pack of these shimmering dots. And then you're going to get a half a pack of the gingham gallery paper. And this is called Valley in the Bloom. And this, you'll get half a pack of this. So again, you'll get half a pack, both of these papers, full bolt of ribbon, embellishments, the make and take to create all of these projects. So it is $50. And if you are part of my email list, that has, the information has been emailed out. So just make sure you are signed up with my email, and then you will get that link. Or you can just email me directly and I can send it to you. Deb, yes, it would be really cute for candied apple. Because you know, you could also change the color of it too and change the scarecrow color. And then it would be, you can make it some apple colors. There's so much you can do with it. So much, so much. Okay, so let's start doing our projects because there is a little bit of fussy cutting. But before we start, I want to show you something. Let me find my flowers. Okay, so this is two-step stamping. And what that means is that you have 2 stamps that you stamp on top of each other on the cardstock, and it will create the full image. So I want to show you. I personally feel like it doesn't matter how you stamp these flowers because I think they look great both ways. So this one here, and so what I did was I took this image here and make sure, yep, this image, stamped it at full strength, and then I took this one, so it's got the little cutout there, and stamped that at full strength here. And then I took the 2nd generation and stamped the 2nd generation of this over this, the 2nd generation over this, okay? I did it with the leaves just so you could kind of see what that looked like too. And personally, I feel like this is the way it's supposed to go. So this is how I did it. So this is, I didn't feel like it really kind of filled in enough to give it that I guess the different colors that you could really kind of create of it. So anyway, it didn't give you the light and the dark, to put it simple. So then I did want to just share with this because this is what I did. And then I realized, oh, that's not what that's meant for. This image here, which is this right here, actually goes with this here. These are little flowers, and we're going to use this tonight. I figured it out. That is a leaf, though, you could use. And it actually doesn't look too bad stamped where the flowers technically should go. So, but anyway, I wanted to kind of share that with you because that's kind of how I created the cards for tonight, just to make it easier, too. So you don't have to continuously ink up, stamp off, and do all of that. It is, when crafting with me, it has to be as easy as possible because I would probably not do it if it wasn't easy, just to be honest. Okay, so these are our 3 cards. I think we're going to start with this one, just because I don't think this is my favorite one. So we're going to start with my least favorite and work our way to my favorite. How about that? Okay, so let me grab our little packet here and all our little goodies. And we're actually not even going to have to stamp but one thing on this one because I've already done most of the fussy cutting, so y'all didn't have to watch. I wasn't going to torture you that much. There will be, I meant to say this earlier, so there will be a full tutorial with these 3 projects, and there will be one more coming out. I just have to finish designing it, for the July tutorial that I send out through my email. So I did not forget about that for those of you who follow, and a couple did ask, and it's just because I'm running a week behind on getting this one done. So that will come. So if you are on my email list, you'll get the full tutorial for all 4 projects that I create with this stamp set. Okay, so let's put our middle piece in. Oh, Deb, you said with that cute box. I do think it would. And the thing is, I'm sorry, I thought you said it would look cute with a caramel apple because I looked on my phone instead. I think it really would, actually. An apple would fit in there, and then the stick would go up. So, and you can always lengthen, make these longer in order to fit it if it had a really long handle to it. So, maybe I should read better. Instead of looking at the phone, maybe I should look at my iPad. So, okay, so we've got that on the inside. This is going to be our outside piece here. So we're going to attach that. It looks like notebook paper, but I'm kind of at the end of this paper, so I didn't want to waste it, but I thought the lines were fine down the center. I think it still works because you're going to kind of cover up a good chunk of it anyway with your flowers that we put down. Let's do it this way. And actually, I think we're going to do it this way because it's got lines there too. So let's just do it this way. It'll be all right. Okay, so the only thing we have to stamp is one of our leaves here. So we're going to grab our old olive. We're going to grab our leaves. And I have to look at it for a minute to kind of figure out which one is going to go full strength. I need to ink that up a little bit better. All right. It kind of looks to me like a lake or an ocean when we do that image. And then let's see. Let's grab a piece of grid paper. And then we're going to line it up and stamp it over just like that. So see, very simple, very simple. We're going to cut this out. It's very simple to cut out, I promise. It is not complicated at all. And I'm a lefty, so I do love how simple these are actually to cut out. And you can get fancy and go in all the little crevices. I did not. And I think it turns out just fine. I'll keep going around. The only one I really went into was this one, just because it was a big chunk of white there. But the rest of them, nope. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to show you something a little helpful too. When I first started putting this card together, I thought the leaves went like this. I don't know why, but they go like this, the pointy side out, okay? Sometimes I wonder where my brain is when I'm doing things. All right, let's stamp our sentiment. And we're going to stamp that in Secret C. There we go. Best wishes. And then let's start putting it together. So this one is going to get adhered down just flat. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. We're going to lightly, and when I mean lightly, just lay it right there. Okay, you don't want to press down on it. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of this one. I've got a bunch of edges we're going to use. I think that'll be fine. We're going to take the backings off. And again, we are going to lightly lay it down like that. Okay, then we're gonna start putting these in, and we're gonna adhere these down, and we're gonna tuck in. So I've got one tucked in here, like right there. And then we're gonna add one right here. Just make sure that you get it off the edge of the cardstock. Then we're gonna add another one down here. See, I think I pressed it down. Nope, I sure didn't. Yay. Okay, then we're gonna stick this one right about here. This one is gonna go here. Oh, and see, I pushed it down, I think. Okay, so right there. And then this one is gonna go here. Okay, now you can press everything down. Cha-ching! Okay, this is gonna go right about here. Actually, we're gonna move it up. Yep, we're gonna put it right about here. So what I wanna do is I wanna take a small little dimensional, put it on that side. Then we're gonna take and put a little bit of adhesive on that side. Take off your backing, because that'll help secure it down. And then we're gonna just line it up right here. Like that. Take your ribbon. And we're gonna tie a little bow, not a big one. And we have some twine, I think it's called twine, coming out with our holiday catalog. And y'all, I'm super excited, because y'all know I like small, skinny ribbons that I can put on things. Okay, I think that is small enough. Then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna trim there, and I'm gonna trim here. We'll grab a glue dot, and I might actually be almost out of glue dots. Yep. Grab a glue dot right there. I'll have to grab another one in just a second. Okay, we'll put this back together. And last but not least, we want to take these fun little moody dots, and you can add any color you want, but I noticed that I wasn't using the Old Olive a whole lot. So we're gonna add Old Olive to the front, because I think it works with our Old Olive leaves. And these I can just take off with my finger, which is kind of fun. We'll put another one right here. Okay, and that is project number 1. I love Cloud Cover and Secret Sea together. I think those are really pretty colors together, and I really wish that when Stampin' Up! Does their color refresh that those 2 colors stay, but they probably won't with my look. So, all right, first one. Now, let's move to our second one, and we're gonna do this one here and here. It's gonna be this one. And with this one, I just wanted to show you a couple things. We are gonna do this little scalloped edge, and that actually is using this die right here from Lovely Arrangements. And then I also did this sentiment, but that's from the Gears, and it's that long die right there. So let me grab all of this. I'm gonna move this basket. And I'm gonna pull out all my pieces. All right. Okay, this one, I'm gonna show you how to do the flower, okay? We're gonna start with that because I think that'll be the easiest thing to do after I get myself organized here. And then we also are gonna stamp one of the leaves. So before we move on, let's clean. We're gonna make sure everything is clean because our colors are gonna be different. All right. And let's stamp our leaf first. So we're gonna do that one in soft seafoam because I really wanted this one to be soft. I wanted this card to be soft. And of course we'll stamp it off. And then we will stamp it on. Oop, I got that way off. There we go. Okay, not too shabby. All right, now let's do our crisp cantaloupe. And when we stamp it, we're gonna just stamp it twice, just because we can. And of course, we'll only use one of the flowers, but I just kind of wanted to show you how we'll be doing it, okay? So we're gonna stamp this one down like that. And once your ink dries, it will not look blotchy, I promise. Okay, so we set that one aside. We're now gonna stamp this one. Right there. Then we're gonna take that one, don't re-ink it, and we are going to line it up, and then we are gonna stamp again. And I'm gonna push really hard because I want all that ink to get on there, okay? And then we're gonna take and line this one up. And we're gonna stamp it. And then ta-da! Okay, so you made two flowers out of the two stamps with just inking it up one time. Each image inking up one time. Makes it a lot easier, in my opinion. Okay, let's cut out our leaf image here. And again, this is easy, not hard fussy cutting. Not hard at all. The flower does take me a little longer, but it's not bad either. And let's go around and all right, and ta-da. So there's our last leaf that we'll need. And then we're gonna do this one. I like this one in the crisp cantaloupe. And what I'm gonna actually do is kind of cut this down smaller because my little lefty hands struggle with really large pieces of paper. All right, we'll start up here. All right, so then you're just gonna literally, and again, these lines on this are not difficult. So as long as you just keep those scissors in your hand, rotate your paper through, you do not have to be perfect with cutting it out. I'm just leaving a little bit of a white border, but even at that, the like this area is kind of splattery. No one's gonna know if you cut off one of the little dots. No one will know. So don't stress over the perfection of cutting because no one's gonna look that close. Well, there might be some that do, but if they are, then, you know, they don't deserve that card anyway, right? No, they still deserve the card. You'll just keep sending them more. until they learn to appreciate it. At least that's what I tell myself. Nobody's looking. Nobody's looking. It makes me feel better. All right, so now we're at the end. And ta-da. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay, so we've got that done. Now, what I want to show you with this is I cut out the whole, I just took a piece of scrap paper, which is why that's on the edge, and cut out the whole thing. All you're gonna do is literally cut down like this. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It doesn't matter. I will say this, it is much easier just to use the edge, the outside edges to use for your scallops, because once you start cutting, you do have like the straight line. So I just wanted to let you have that little tip. So we've got that. Now let's take our designer series paper and we're gonna attach it to our first basic beige. And we're gonna stick this right here. Nice fun little border. Then we're gonna take and we're gonna put some adhesive down this side like that. And then we're gonna line this up. And what I like to say is you're gonna wanna put it right below each little hump there, and then it will be even. Ta-da. Okay, now let's take our card base, fold it in half, give it a good burnish. We're gonna put dimensionals on the back of this. And then we'll put this onto our card base. And I think I'm gonna need one more down that center. Oops, my fingers are sticking to the adhesive. All right, and then we'll take our backs off. And one more, there we go. And then we're gonna stick this, oops, to our card front where there's kind of a nice border around the whole thing together. So we'll stick it just about like this, okay? All right, then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little flower here, we're gonna pop it up. Everything is better popped up. And I'm just gonna lay this one for now, right there, okay? Then I'm gonna take my leaves here. We'll put adhesive on the back of them. And then we're gonna stick one, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna stick one right here, one right here, and then we're gonna stick this one up here, like that. Then take the backs off. And then we will lay it right about here. Ta-da! Next, we are going to take and stamp our sentiment. We're gonna use crisp cantaloupe for that as well. And it's gonna say, thank you for everything you do. We'll put it on that little die right there. Ta-da! There we go. Then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut off just a little bit more there. And then I'm gonna go up the center and come in from the edge. And we'll give it a little flag. Okay? All right. Then we're gonna take and put a little bit of adhesive down the center. And of course, it's tiny, and so just make sure that you don't have any adhesive over on the edge. Otherwise, it could stick out, and then your card sticks to the envelope and all that fun stuff. So, all right, so we're gonna stick that there. Then we're gonna stick this one on this side. Leave a little bit of room on that flagged area to stick your linen thread, okay? And it should be, and the center part should be wide enough to go all the way across. And if it's not, just take it down until it does. There we go. All right. Now we're gonna take our linen thread, tie a cute little bow. And I did it a little bit bigger just because I wanted the, for the tails, a little bit bigger because I wanted those to kind of hang down. All right, and then trim off that tail down there. Then I'm gonna show you a trick. So it's kind of flat and straight, and you know, I want it to have a little bit more oomph to it. And not that it's gonna give it a whole lot, but just take your bone folder and just kind of run it along your tail like that. And it'll give it just a little bit of curl there at the end, which I think gives it more of like an elegant kind of look, okay? Make that just a little bit smaller. All right, so let me grab more glue dots. All right, there we go. And then we will take this and go up under, right there on the edge. And then last but not least, oh, you know what? Nope, we got two things left to do. Let's go ahead and add our insert piece. Right here inside, ta-da. And then we're gonna add our little cute embellishments. So we are gonna add our crisp cantaloupe. And we're gonna do one here, one here. Do another little one right here. And we'll do a big one there, and then we'll do another big one up there. Okay, there we go. There is project number 2. All right, last but not least, we have to clean our stamps again. So let's do that. So I'll bring in our cleaning pad. And actually we won't need the leaves in this one, the large leaf. So we'll move that now because we are done with it. And I think I need, nope, I didn't grab it. Okay. I was making sure I grabbed all the pieces and the parts. So we've got our ink pads. The extra things I used in this one is the Nested Essentials die and the perennial postage, just so you know that. Okay. Set that over there. I'm gonna try to get things out of my way. I have boxed myself in somehow, as always. Okay. So in this one, we're gonna stamp the flower. We're gonna do Darling Duckling. And I think on this one, I actually did do a lot of stamping off because I really did want, with this one, I felt like the color became more vibrant when we had this one being the darker one. And look what I just did. We'll wipe that on the pants. It'll come off when I wash them. All right, so we'll stick that there. And then we're gonna line it up and stamp down. Ta-da. All right, then we're gonna take our, I've already cut out this piece here, so now we're gonna take and stamp our, because this is the card we're making. I did forget to show you, sorry. That's the card we're making. So we're gonna stamp this up here, like that. Then we'll ink up this one again. Stamp it off, and then stamp it on. Okay, then ink up the other one again. We're gonna stamp it right about here. I think that'll be good. Then ink up the other one, stamp it off, and then line it up, stamp it, and ta-da. All right, now we are going to take Old Olive. So I gotta go find it because I put it away already in the box. Okay, we are gonna take Old Olive. We are gonna take this image that has the two little sticks that are sticking out. We are going to ink it up. We're gonna stick this right about here. Actually, you know what? Let's pause that. Let's cut out our flower first. If we cut it out, then I can guarantee where our leaves will go, and then I won't mess it up. How about that? At least that's what we're gonna say. Because, well, yeah, I would get it all kind of wonky. I really would. So we'll just cut this out really quick. And I'm concentrating, sorry. Sometimes to go fast, I have to like not talk and concentrate solely on my scissors and my fingers. And we're almost done to the end. Here we go. Ta-da! There we go. All right. Let's lay our flower right here. Okay, so we can ink it up and put it, we want to put it right about here. Okay, and then we want to come over here and we want to do right about here. Okay, perfect. Now close up the Old Olive, grab your Pool Party, and I absolutely love the Pool Party with the Darling Duckling. I was kind of shocked that they went so well together. You know, neither am I, but all I could think of was like a pretty little dandelion whenever I was stamping these, and I don't know why, but yes, I will agree with you. I'm not a yellow person, but this flower is actually pretty in yellow. And I think what helps it too is adding the blue into it. I think that really kind of helps it. So we're going to stamp this down here. So what you're really going to do when you line these up is line up this longer one. The circle one will just go where it needs to go if you line up the other one, just as an FYI. Okay. And then we'll flip it around and do it down here, just like that. And now we're gonna take the Secret C and we're gonna stamp our sentiment. And we're gonna stamp it on this little piece here. And it's gonna say, sending lots of happiness. Ooh, Deb, I didn't even think about Poppy Parade. No. Now I might have to make a 5th card. No, I don't have time to make a 5th card. I don't have time. now, man. The next one I did is in the blue. So, okay, that one's gonna attach, but we'll attach that in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and add this. We're gonna pop this up, because when I stamped this in the blue, then I thought, oh, that's really pretty in blue. So I wonder if the flower will look good in blue. And of course it does. I'm not sure that there's a bad color for it at all. All right, so let's add one more there. And we're gonna stick this right here just to make sure that we don't cover up our little blue flowers. We want those to kind of shine. Then we're gonna take and let's put together the rest of our card base. And our designer series paper. And we'll stick that there. This is probably one of my favorite packs of paper, y'all. I am on my third pack. I just opened my third pack. And I have used it for class and stuff, but I have created so much. And this is the, oh goodness, what is it called? It's the Ordinary Life, Beautiful Ordinary Life paper. I just love it. I absolutely love it. All right, we're gonna pop this one up too. So we're gonna put a bunch of dimensionals on, and I'm actually gonna stick one right there on top of that one so it'll all level out. So I'm gonna put an extra, it'll have an extra one from normal. All right, then we'll take these off. And you'll notice with this one, there is no bow. I did not do a bow. I almost did, but then I did not. All right, so this one is gonna go kind of here in the center. And I should have probably moved this one up a little bit more, but I think it is fine. It's fine hanging off. It's right there at the edge, so you're good. Then flip this over. Let's put dimensionals on it. And we will put this one. We're gonna literally line it up with practically the edge there. You can hang it off just a little bit if you want, like that. And then let's add our array of dots, which these are probably some of my favorite embellishments. I think the colors are perfect. So we'll do a large one. Oops. Ta-da. A medium one we'll do there. A small one we'll do on that. And then we're gonna do, let's do another big one. And we'll do another big one right here. And then a little medium one. We'll put that there. Okay, there we go. Let me put all this up so that I can pull in our cards from tonight. And we have created 3 cards. I'll have one more that we will do. It will just be one of my typical, I know, Deb, I know. And I'm having a really hard time because boy, I do not need another pack of it. But then again, I'm like, oh, but I could do so many more projects with it. And I forgot to share that the designer series paper is on sale. And there are some cardstock that's on sale because when I needed to add some more Secret C cardstock to my order because I used all those cardstock I had for my Simply Create for July. And so I put it in there, and when I went in today to check out, there was 15% off. So yeah, go get paper. DSP, cardstock. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's been that kind of a busy day. So, but there is paper on sale. So it is a great time to get some fun paper. But here are the 3 projects. We'll have one more by the end of the week, and it will just be a quick, real walkthrough. It won't be anything fancy. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you join my email list so that you can get the tutorial on all 4 cards that I will show with this. You'll get the full tutorial with a picture of it emailed out, and that'll be emailed out by the end of the week. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I will, oh, 2-tone cards. Oh, man. Oh, Deb, it's a good thing I didn't look today. I just got what I needed and got out. Oh, no. Y'all, I'm in trouble. Okay, I'm going to go do a little shopping tonight. And I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.